Alright everybody, you are looking for a saw that a DIYer or a professional can use. Well, I think I found you that saw. When we did the 7 1/4 Ryobi saw, even the professionals said they would take it to the site and use it for the molding and some framework just because of how light it is, but they needed something a little bit bigger. Well, this is the 10-inch, 14-amp, 5500 RPM compound miter saw that is new and improved from Ryobi. Not only are we going to use and abuse, slice and dice, we are finally going to settle this score with our friends at Cop Tool. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a bit. But before we correct them on their wrongs, let's take a look at this saw. Yep, new and approved from Ryobi. All kind of cool stuff on this saw. Everything you need to get the job done. Comes with a 24 teeth blade, comes with a dust collector bag. Everything you need right out of the box, it is ready to go. Now, one of the things I really like about this saw is how light it is. Only 28 pounds, and it allows you to lift it, bring it to each job wherever you need to, and you don't have to worry about straining yourself. You also have some really large etched in, not painted, etched in metal numbers that you can see on the miter. You also get the most popular positive stops. You got the 0 degree, the 15 degree, the 22.5, the 31.6, and the 45 degree left or right. And when they stop, they stop. The positive stops on this work absolutely perfectly. Lock in right where you need it to, and then you just crank it down. You can also bevel this to the left. Very smooth action. If you want to bevel it up to a 45 degree angle, that is fine. You can do that. And again, it is 100% so smooth. Once you find the degree that you want, you just lock it down in the back. It won't go anywhere. Now on this Ryobi saw, you're going to get the 24 teeth blade that comes with it. You can upgrade it to a Diablo if you want. That's what I would probably do. But the cuts that I made with this blade, it actually did a really good job. You know what? I just can't go on anymore without confronting this issue. You know, my friends over at Cop Tool, let's settle this once for all. I say Ryobi, Cop Tool says Ryobi. Cop Tool is wrong because it's pronounced Ryobi. Ryobi, 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 Ryobi. Cop Tool is definitely wrong. You know, I'm really sorry to put the subscribers in the middle of this, but sometimes you have to stand up for what's right. Alright, back to the saw, shall we? Now you do have a movable fence if you want it. All you gotta do is tighten it down right here on the side. You also got the numbers down here for your measuring needs. You know, what I really appreciate is the larger numbers on everything. If you have trouble seeing, then you won't. Now, again, everything is very smooth on this. Your bevel, your miter, all you have to do is tighten it down right there and it won't go anywhere on you. Or if you want to adjust it to the bevel you want, just bring it to that bevel degrees and you're good to go. Now, as far as it goes with your choppy, everything here is very smooth as well. Up, down. I don't have any issues with anything sticking. It just does what it needs to do. That spring underneath is a heavier duty spring, and it allows it to bring that saw back up. You could also lock that down into place so nobody gets hurt simply by pushing in on that button. You also have your blade lock right here, so if you go to change your blade, push that down, it'll lock that blade into place, and then you can remove it. You also have to remember this is a brushed model. It is not brushless. I just want to throw that out there. And you got your wrench holder in the back. So if you want to take that blade out or make any adjustments, you're good to go. Now before we start slicing and dicing, I want to show you one more thing that is really cool. Check out this clamp. Instead of going up in the back where they usually go, this is the first time I've ever seen one like this or designed like this. Usually they go in the back and then your blade gets in the way and you have to adjust and all that fun stuff. But what's really cool about this is it goes down on the left or the right. Right on the front it lays down. So you put your material down and then you tighten the clamp that way. I think that is really cool. I've never seen that before. Maybe you have on a different brand. I want to know. Let me know in the comment section below. But it works really, really well. So I like this. And this is what I like about Ryobi so much is that they think outside the box and they do things a little differently. Alright, let's start this thing up. I'm going to let you hear it turn on and then shut down. Now I'm going to tell you straight out, there is no soft start on this miter saw, and the blade break, well, there's sort of a lack of one. But let's start the slicing and the dicing. We got some pine here. There is tons of power in this saw. I use a Ryobi more than any other miter saw in my shop just because they're light and they're easy to use with tons of power. Check this out on the 2x4. That framing blade, believe it or not, really cuts some smooth cuts. Let's do a 45-degree cut and see how that does. Well, that was real nice like, but let's move it over to a different view so you can see a little bit closer. Again, no lack of power. That is one thing I will tell you about the Ryobi saws is they scream through anything wood. 45-degree bevel. All right, perfect cut. Just so you know, everything out of the box was square. I didn't have to adjust anything. The dust, I have noticed that the dust is not going into the bag as well, but here's another cut. All right, ripping down through pine, 2x4s, whatever you need, there is no issue at all. But some of the things that others have mentioned in the other video, what about 4x4s? Well, here is a 4x6. Now, you're not going to be able to go the entire way down through a 4x6, but just flip it over. And there you go, it'll cut down right through that treated lumber. And there you go, this saw is powerful as hell. Now, that being said, it's not the smoothest cutting saw you will ever use. And the dust collector bag on the back does clog up a little bit to the point that, well, you get sawdust everywhere. But you do get a light up on front that stays on all the time unless you flip the switch up on top. That's right here, by the way, and you also got the safety trigger. Now again, is it the smoothest, most dialed in saw ever created by man? No, not by a long shot. I would say this saw is great for DIYers or the professional that doesn't want to carry around a heavy saw that's doing some trim work or is doing some maybe framing. The build quality on these saws, they're really not that bad. And for the price for just an extra saw to kind of use and abuse, this is a really good saw. With all the positive stops, you get the light, that really cool clamp. 5,500 RPM, I just don't think you can go wrong. Again, it is not for the finished work carpenter, but if you're rough framing or if you're doing some other type of rough work, definitely check this saw out. Now, I'll leave a link in the description below for you to check this saw out. If you don't mind, head over to the Cop Tool channel and let them know that I just called them out. If you could, subscribe, smash that bell notification so you don't miss out on any other tool reviews. You can also come say hi to us on the Instagram page at Tool Review Zone because I know I've seen you over there. As always, please smash that like button. We'll be back with more videos soon. Thanks for stopping by.